This is Noah McComas, and I'm going to talk about 5 pieces from my portfolio, starting with my title page. Back when I was in elementary school, I would always play old Game Boy and DS games. Their quality wasn't always the best, but I was always intrigued nonetheless. Out of all the games I would play as a kid, Pokemon would be the biggest hit for me. The reason being that I was always fascinated with how detailed those games were despite being pixelated. Because of those games, I would always try and draw my characters in a pixelated format with a grid. Afterwards, when I finally started my career in graphic design, because of me constantly drawing those characters in pixelated form, I began to see my digital artwork through the smallest of pixels. So because of that, I decided to stylize my title page to be pixelated, giving the look of those old games. I created this piece in Illustrator where I decided to create a self-portrait of myself of how I view things through a computer screen. I wanted the main focal point of the image to be the self-portrait of myself, while having contrast within the image with the different light colors of blue and the darker colors, showing different things as shading throughout the image. And I also use same and organic shapes throughout the image, which all of this ends up creating unity where the colors are used over and over. Same with the shapes. When creating my artwork, I wanted to use a cat throughout the image because the kids at Project Jericho had a project that involved cats, and I wanted the cat to be involved within the image. So I decided to have it painting text on the t-shirt artwork and on the card and the infographic. The piece itself is made within Illustrator, where I have the colors of a dark navy blue, bright orange, and yellow, creating contrast. And the main focal point of my image is art from apart with the cat and easel, having the cat paint art from apart, creating movement within that image, and movement is also created as art from apart goes down. A sense of unity is made throughout the image because of the reuse of colors throughout the different pieces, and the reuse of different assets throughout the image, with the cat's tail being used throughout each one, the easel being used in the invitation and the t-shirt. When I first heard the name Bespoke, I instantly thought bespoke, and that's where the idea of bees came in. And that's why I have the bee, the honeycombs, and the honey. I decided to create this piece in Illustrator, and each piece has the same pattern within it. The only change is the different color of the honey representing the flavor. And a sense of asymmetrical balance is made between the pieces because both of these sides are the same while these two are the same to themselves. Wagon Leather Company was a company that specialized in threading pieces of leather, creating wallets, notebooks, and bags. I decided to create this logo within Illustrator and use a Western theme to it by using the horse, but also keep that aspect of the threading that the company does. My main focal point of the logo itself is the horse, while the text comes second. And I used a dark brown and a dark gray to work simultaneously together, and I end up using the dark brown throughout the mock-up to create a sense of unity. I created a vector logo within Illustrator for OCA that incorporates the communication and connection that the company strives towards. I wanted the logo to be professional, but in order to show the connection through communication, I decided to have the letters connected together. And to make sure that the sense of connection with Ohio stayed, I decided to place the state itself within the center of the O. I reused the light blue and the white to create a variety of different mock-ups to show the uses of the logo.